Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. It's starting to look like we're getting back into the training session again of re-entering the simulation, or cockpit if you will. Not to mention we're finally reconnecting with some old school friends again, because let's face it, it's been a while since we last talked to the girls. So there's that to be looking forward to. So a lot of things that are happening, some progress being made. But either way, we're going to continue on and see how it goes from there. So if anything else, hope y'all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for your love and support. And here we go.
特に新世代機は機体の重量配分がより高重心になっている。
Yeah, all the latest models have huge shoulder blocks, while the lower half is kept nice and slim. Even if you upgrade an older model to match modern specs, it just wouldn't be the same. They were never designed to have such a fundamentality top-heavy weight distribution.
貴様は先日のクーデター事件の際に実際に各世代機と戦っているだろう。それぞれの動きを見てどう思った？
Well, I remember that the Shiranui seemed totally outmatched by the F-22s, or the Takemikazuchis when in close quarters, though I know piloting skill had a lot to do with it. What really stuck with me was when an F-22 lost to a Shiranui. It was a one-on-one, and I know that can always go both ways, but I was genuinely shocked. I know how insanely powerful Raptors are, and this one was being piloted by an American unit's commander.
見たわけではないので何とも言えないが、新鋭機の性能をフルに引き出せなかったということなのかもしれないな。カタログスペックでラプターは白縫をはるかに上回ってるはずなんだ。A 氏の連度と機体完熟の差が出たということだろう。
I see.
他に思い当たるのは根本的な要因だが、帝国軍とアメリカ軍の対ベータ戦略の差だな。
What do you mean?
アメリカ軍の背部攻略は G 弾の運用を基本としている。ベータと近接戦を行うのはあくまで非常事態のみという想定だ。だからといって近接戦訓練を極端に軽視していることはないだろうし、その能力が著しく低いわけでもないだろう。
Yeah, but I see what you mean. The American surface pilots were pretty tough, but they didn't have any swords on them. I don't think they were expecting a melee fight.
自国内に背部が存在しないアメリカと日本では、戦術そのものや近接戦に対する A 氏の切迫感に差が出るのは当然のことだ。
There's no way Japan can recover if we can't get rid of that hive, so we're gonna have to infiltrate it sooner or later. There's a high chance that any of us could get assigned to that mission. That's reason enough for our surface pilots to take their combat training incredibly seriously, especially if they've heard any rumors about the survival rates inside the hives.
そういった意識の差、アメリカ軍と我々の基本戦略の差は戦術機の装備にも現れている。
Wait, really? I didn't notice any huge differences, other than the fact that they didn't have melee blades.
国連軍をはじめ日本や各国の軍では突入作戦を行う部隊の戦術機には S11 という高性能爆弾が装備される。
S11? I'm not sure I've ever heard of it.
名目上では突入部隊が背部の心臓部である反応炉を破壊するための装備ということになっているが、実際には背部内の戦闘で生還の見込みがなくなったと判断した場合に使う自決用の装備だ。
What? You're kidding, right? They seriously have self-destruct buttons?
知っての通り、背部突入作戦は極めて生還率の低い任務だ。作戦が失敗し、生還不能となった兵士たちを待っている者は、機体ごとベータに食い殺されるという結末だけだ。
I know that fear all too well. No, I have no right to say that. It must be 100 times worse than anything I've been through.
だが、自決装置の存在がその恐怖と絶望を一瞬で消し去ることを保証してくれる。しかもその死が必ず意味あるものになることを約束してくれるんだ。
So, you won't be dying in vain at least.
奴らの頑強な反応炉を S11 単発で破壊することはできない。だが、その機能を停止させる程度の破壊力はある。 反応炉にたどり着かなかったとしても S11 の爆発によって内部構造に少なからずダメージを残すはずだ。たとえ今回の作戦が失敗しても突入を繰り返すことで背部の機能を徐々に奪い、いつの日にか必ず機能停止に追い込む。自分の死がその結果につながることを、無駄死にではないことを彼らは知っている。そして将来人類が勝利し、戦友や愛する者たちが平和に暮らせるようが必ず来るのだと信じて、兵士たちは背部に突入する。だから彼らは皆生還不能が確定した時点で出口ではなく最深部に向かっていくんだ。アメリカ軍の戦術機にはそういう類の装備は一切ない。理由は繰り返しになるが、背部攻略は G 弾の使用が前提となっているからだ。
Right.
これまで何度も行われてきた突入作戦で目的を達成したものは一例もない。横浜背部攻略も結果として G 弾によるところが大きかった。そう考えればアメリカ軍の基本戦略の方が正しいと言えないこともない。
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I've definitely had the same thought before.
ただベータに勝てばよいというのであればその通りだな。だが G 弾の使用後に残るのは人が住めない焦土だけだ。
But don't the beta do the same thing to any land under their control?
貴様も箱根で見なかったか？理由はわからないが、ベータに占領されていた地域にも自然が残っている場合がある。
Actually, yeah, I did notice that.
たとえ自然がやられていても、そこにベータがいなければ不便はあっても人は住むことができる。そしていつの日か自然も回復するだろう。
Right.
だが G 弾が投下された一帯は違う。
Huh?
核兵器のような放射能汚染こそないが、演習場や市街地を見ればわかるように植生が回復しないんだ。
What? But what about the trees and vegetation around the base?
あれは土塁の保護と基地要員の保養という名目で植樹されたものだ。
They were? Hang on, Captain. What do you mean under the pretense of? Are you saying there's a different reason?
詳細はわからないが、本当の目的は G 弾被爆土壌が動植物に及ぼす長期的影響の研究が目的らしい。そしてこの基地にいる私たちも当然研究の対象になっているんだ。
But that would include Yuko Sensei too. She's participating in this research voluntarily.
G 弾は健康な土地を半永久的な重力異常地帯に変えてしまう。そしてそれが人体に及ぼす長期的影響がどういうものなのかは誰にもわからない。国連がアメリカの対ベータ戦略を認めない理由は、この基地が提供するデータがあるからなんだ。
Meaning the negative effects must be so bad they can already tell how dangerous it is from the data alone. And Yuko Sensei, the captain, and the other higher-ups are still here, fully aware of that. Has everyone on base been made aware of this information and chosen to stay and fight regardless?
データが公表されているわけではないが、知り得る情報を組み合わせて考えれば誰でもわかることだ。
True. Every soldier knows we use G-bombs to take out the hive here. It's been a year since then, and there's still no grass in sight. It's pretty obvious the two are related. And knowing how dead set these people are in fulfilling their duty, I guess it was a stupid question.
G 弾の使用を阻止することは、オルタネイティブ4を完遂するという私たちの目的にも合致する。
Right, by preventing Alternative 5, which she means. Alternative 5's plan was to evacuate a small fraction of humanity to ensure their survival, then bombard the ever-loving hell out of the beta with G-bombs. So yeah, she's right. Preventing that part of our objective.
たとえ G 弾を使ってベータに勝利できても、人類にとって G 弾が 第二のベータになりかねないということ。それを誰かが証明しなければならないのであれば、私たちほど好都合な存在は他にないだろう。
Right. There's no such thing as an easy way out in this world. Everyone does their duty no matter what the personal cost. Hell, even Mrs. Kiyosaka's fighting in her own way.
私は正面ゲート前の坂にある桜並木が好きだ。重力以上で開花は無理だと言われていた桜が今年の春満開になったんだ。私はその命の力に感動し、とても勇気づけられた。死の荒野となったこの地に植樹されながらたくましく根付き、花を咲かせる命の力、それは恐ろしいほど美しく、そして凛々しかった。命とはとても素晴らしいものだ。だからこそ愛し守らねばならない。だが私たちは自らの命を愛しすぎてはいけない。そうでなければ他人の命を守ることなどできないからだ。自ら血を流すことを厭い、そこから目をそらして安全保障を他者に委ねてしまえば確かに楽にはなるだろう。だがそうなった場合、その他者にとって都合の良い状況に向かうのは当然であり、そこに乗っかった側が文句を言うことなど筋違いだ。
That sounds a lot like the relationship I had with Yuko-sensei before I ran away. My entire livelihood was dependent on her, and I didn't even realize it. All I ever did was whine about her decisions.
私にはこの地に眠る多くの御霊がそのことを伝えるために桜を咲かせたように思えてならないんだ。
Right, I remember hearing that the surface pilots who gave their lives to retake the mainland were buried beneath those trees lining the hill.
私たちはアメリカ人ではない。アメリカ以外は人が住めない土地になっても構わないという戦略では戦えない。
That's for sure. I'm not just gonna condemn everyone outside the borders of my country to die. I came back here to save this entire world, not just a tiny piece of it.
だからこそ日本人であり国連所属である私たち自身が自ら G 団の危険性を証明する意義は大きい。そして現状最も有効である G 団を使わずにベータに打ち勝つ代案を全人類に提示しなければならない。
And that solution is Sumika, the 00 unit.
私たちに課せられているものの重さが分かったか？
I do.
脇道にそれすぎたな。よし、今から10分間休憩とする。解散していいぞ。
Roger that. Thank you very much. The captain's from this area too, if I remember right. Certainly explains why she'd feel such a strong attachment to this base and the cherry blossom trees leading up to it.
ところで、地震のほどはどうだ？
Huh? Ready for what?
午後のシミュレーター訓練だ。催眠療法の効果、一晩経って何か実感できたか？
Man, she's really persistent about this. Like I said yesterday, Captain, I don't think I'll know until we put it to the test.
そうだったな。まあ、効果がなければ別の手を考えればいい。気楽に臨め。
Yeah, of course, but I think I'll be able to manage today.
そうか。結果が楽しみだな。
Thanks. Whether we get her in proper working order or not, I'm still gonna have to get in a TSF and protect Sumika. So even if the hypnotherapy didn't work, I'll have to rise to the challenge through sheer force of will. Now, what should I get her? There aren't exactly a ton of present options in this world. And what little they do have is all the function over fashion. They don't sell any jewelry or knickknacks. Ugh, I'm stumped.
何がだ？
Ah! Oh, hey Maya, you guys already finished your mock battle?
そなたこそなんだ？何故そんなに驚くのだ？
No, you just startled me, that's all. Guess I kinda got lost in thought.
そうか。ならばよいが。
Hey, you alright? You sound kind of upset.
いや、そのようなことはないが、声をかけただけであそこまで驚かれてはな。
Yeah, sorry about that.
うん。
What's up?
いや、元気そうで何よりだ。タイに合流したかと思えば、すぐにまた特殊任務であったからな。
Well, I'm kind of used to it, and this is one I volunteered for, so I can't exactly complain.
当てつけがましく言いよって。
I can't keep letting stuff like this drag me down, especially in front of Maya. I don't ever want her to see me act so pathetic again.
言っているそばから物憂げな顔を見せるでない。まだまだ覚悟が甘いようだな。
It's not that, it's just, I still feel terrible about what I did to you. I can't believe what an asshole I was. I threw you down trying to take my frustration out on you.
そのことは、もう良いと言ったであろう。
Well, yeah, but I can't just pretend it didn't happen, you know?
そなた、そのようなことを考えていたのか。
Yeah, it is.
あの時の私は、そなたの支えになるのであれば、どうなろうと構わない。心からそう思っていたのだ。
Maya.
あ、いや、そうなることを望んでいたわけではないぞ。ことの流れと次第という意味でだぞ。
Yikes, man. You could at least let me down easy, you know?
バカ者、あの状況で逃げ出された私の身にもなってみるがよいぞ。それほどにこの身は。
Whoa, whoa, it was just a joke, dude. My bad. That was uncalled for.
いや、私こそ許すがよい。とにかく、そういうことなのだ。
Yeah, I do.
心から覚悟を決めて臨んだことであれば、どうなろうと、己が責任であるからな。
Man, you're just selfless to a fault, aren't you?
いや、正直に言えばあの時の私には、他になす術がなかっただけだ。それだけだ。
Yeah, I was pretty desperate myself. God, I'm embarrassed just thinking about it.
薬物の多重投与と聞いている。致し方なかろう。
Still, that doesn't excuse it any.
それについてはもう十分贖罪は済んでいるであろう。
Yeah, and it hurt like hell.
とにかくもう気にするでないぞ。少なくともあの夜は何もなかったのだから。
Yeah. Well, that was a bit heavy for small talk. But I still feel really guilty about what happened, so it just keeps popping into my head. I can't help it. Although, the fact that we were able to joke about something like this might just go to show that we're starting to move past it, like Marimo-chan said. Someday, we'll be able to look back on all this and laugh. So for now, I just need to keep moving forward.
タケル、時間は大丈夫なのか？
Huh? Oh, not really. Next thing on my schedule is our simulator training this afternoon, so I'm free.
では、立ち話もなんだ。茶でも飲んでいくか。
Sure, sounds good to me. So, what were we talking about before all that?
そなたがほうけて私に驚いたことが始まりであったな。
Damn, it really straight off topic. Guess it was bothering me a lot more than I thought.
もうよい。そのうち普通に戻るであろう。
Yeah, gotta live up to that surface pile code after all.
その通りだ。死に慣れてはならんが、背負いすぎてもならん。
That's a good rule of thumb to live by.
常に死と隣り合わせの日常で、人間らしく生きていくための知恵であろうな。
I really want to push myself to start following that code as soon as possible. Even now that I found my resolve, I still feel myself wavering from time to time.
だからこそ、強制される流儀なのであろう。
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot easier to force a smile when I'm depressed if I can chalk it up to a rule I've gotta follow.
そうやって戦いに身を投じながらも、徐々に笑いを見つけられるよう、強くなっていけばよいのだ。
This is great because this is one of those moments where I felt like we weren't seeing enough of the girls lately. It was mainly focused on lessons, training, and understandably more Sumika because we were just introduced to her in this world, you know? But we didn't get a chance to really bond again with all the previous girls like Maya, the class rep, Ayamine, so on and so forth, because, again, other things took precedent.
あの流儀は私たちにその時間を与えてくれるはずだ。
Yeah, for sure. No matter how bad things might get, as long as you have the strength to grin and bear it, you can face that adversity head on without ever giving into despair. I get some people are more resilient in that regard than others, but I have a lot of respect for those who can still crack a smile when the going gets tough. Rough. Tough, rough, same thing. Wait, what are we talking about again? Man, we're having trouble staying on topic.
このような雰囲気で話すのは久しぶりだからな。致し方なかろう。
Yeah, that's a good point. She's right. We haven't had a casual conversation like this since before the coup. Everything after that was kind of overshadowed by all the doom and gloom.
そもそもそなたは PX で何をしていたのだ？
Oh, I was just doing some thinking, that's all.
考え事？任務絡みなら聞くわけにはいかんが、協力できることか？
Well, I can't exactly tell her I'm thinking about what to get Tamika as a Christmas present. I could just flat out tell her it's about my mission, but then I'd feel bad because that makes it sound way more serious than it really is. Nah, it's nothing super important. I was just wondering what our squadron's gonna do for Christmas is all. I mean, we are affiliated with the UN. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some religious types on the team. And if I can spin it in a way that involves the whole unit, it'll be a lot easier to broach the topic of Christmas presents.
クリスマスか。そればかりは私に聞かれてもな。
I see. Yeah, that figures. They never planned anything for Christmas in the previous world either. It wasn't until I brought it up that they even considered it. This world doesn't have the time for frivolous stuff like that. It's actually pretty impressive how unmaterialistic people can be when it's all they've ever known. But I'm really glad we did it. Everyone had a blast setting up for it. Even Tsukuyomi-san and the three idiots helped decorate. Then Miss Gyozuka gave us a bunch of snacks and refreshments, including a little bit of alcohol. None of them had a clue what Christmas was like, so it kind of turned into some hybrid mess of New Year's and Tanabata decorations. Damn, this is surreal. I mean, in some artistic circles, this might even be considered an avant-garde masterpiece.
素晴らしい飾り付けだ。かすみ、センスあるぞ。じゃあ最後にこれ。この短冊に願い事を書いてみよう。あ、そんな目で見るな。俺だってそれは七夕の話だってのも知ってるぞ。あやみねのやつがローカライズとか言って。
七夕は雨です。
おう、そうそう。
So that's the same even in this world, huh?
メイヤもさ、どうせ好きに飾るんだから別にいいだろって。俺もそう思う。
はい。
だから何か願い事書いてみな。ほら、
何でもいいんですか？
ああ、何でもいいぞ。欲しいもの書いてもいいしな。あ、そうだ。お前、人参好きになるように。
Uh-huh. Looks like she didn't find that very funny.
どれどれ？
I want us to be together.
誰と？俺？
Looking back on it now, it's pretty clear that she must have been talking about Tamika. You're so sweet, Kasumi. But man, I'm still surprised the base commander actually let us do all that. In retrospect, I guess he only allowed it because he knew Alternative 4 was about to be scrapped. Right after the party was over, we got the Alternative 5 bomb dropped on us. But that's not gonna happen in this world. For the time being at least, the Alternative 5 supporters don't have a leg to stand on. There's none of that weird tension in the air around the base. But that won't last for long unless we can beat the beta with Alternative 4. And to do that, I need to get Tamika back to normal so she can do her job as the 00 unit. I tend to get pretty emotional when it comes to her, but now more than ever, I know it's important for me to calm down and work through this. That's why I can finally understand Sensei's way of doing things. She's got the right idea. We have to be prepared to sacrifice anything and everything in order to beat the beta. But I will say that knowing Yuko Sensei does have a side that isn't completely inhuman, it's kind of a relief. She told me it's important not to be completely rid of myself of emotion, and even empathize with Kasumi. Not the sort of stuff I was expecting to hear from her, but kind of pleasant surprise. She might just be trying to manipulate me, but I'd like to think it was a sign that she trusts me enough to lower her guard now. Now that I know she's been hiding that side of herself while still volunteering to do all the dirty work, I have a lot more respect for her, even if her attitude still pisses me off. For her sake and mine, I've got to bring Tamika back to normal, no matter what it takes. I can't afford to give up now.
つくづく思い知らされたぞ。話の途中で堂々と物思いにふけるとは。やはりそなたにとって私は興味の対象ではないようだな。
Oh no. Huh?
あそこまでしておきながら逃げ出すのも道理だ。
Huh? Oh god, I'm so sorry. What were we talking about? Tamika's present, right? My bad. I didn't mean to ignore you. I'm really sorry.
いや、それは良いのだが。
How long was I spacing out for? Ugh, I'm really dropping all the ball today.
スミカとは鏡スミカのことか。
Huh? Wait, where'd that come from?
今そなたが言ったのだ。スミカと。
Ah, damn it. It must have slipped out when I was backpedaling.
確かそなたの幼馴染の名であったな。
Yep, that's right. Wow, you remembered that.
何か分かったのか。
Huh?
いや、そなたが戻った夜、最前線でもう会えないと信じていた人に巡り会えたと言っていたのでな。
Oh, right, yeah. At the time, I was still convinced Tamika didn't exist in this world. I could theoretically talk about Tamika, I guess, but anything that has to do with the 00 unit is highly classified information. I'm gonna have to choose my words very carefully. I don't want to compromise anyone's safety.
ああ、いや、立ち入ったことを聞くつもりはないのだ。許すがよい。
It's fine. You're right. I did get to see her again. If I tried to cover it up now, it'd only make her more suspicious. That's the most I can tell her. Sooner or later, the whole unit's gonna find out, but they don't need to know yet.
そうか。
Thanks for caring. It means a lot.
本当によかったな。そなたにとって大切な方なのであろう。
Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess you could say that.
ごまかすでない。
Huh?
あの日の夜、そのものと引き離されたことを嘆いて、そなたは泣き叫んでいたぞ。
Wait, when was this? Oh my god, no! I can't believe she remembered that. Ah, that's so embarrassing.
それほどの思い人に再び巡り会えたのだ。もっと素直に喜ぶがよい。
Well, sure, but I've still got a hard road ahead of me on that front.
戦時下であればそれも致し方なかろう。それすらも思いの強さで乗り越えてみせるがよいぞ。
Yeah, I think so too.
そうか。では、私はそろそろ行くとする。後ほどな。
Alright, sounds good. Sorry for spacing out this whole time.
気にするでない。
Maybe I should get going myself. Oh, wait, there's still plenty of time left before training. I kind of figured it must have been getting to be that time given how suddenly Maya took off. Christmas, huh?
なあ、この薄汚いのなんだっけ？犬？猫？なあ、
これはウサギさんだよ。それに薄汚いなんて言わないで。
汚ねえもんは汚ねえだろ。だいたい一年中サンタってなんだそりゃ。
じゃあ新しいの買ってくれる？
俺が？なんでだよ。
そう言うと思ったよ。
ま、好きにしろ。ところで話は終わってない。鍵よ。
遅刻しちゃう。先行くね。
Damn it, I wish I had remembered that last part. My liver hurts just thinking about it. A Santa rabbit, huh? Maybe there's something like that I could get for her. Man, the only thing that comes to mind when I think about rabbits is Kasumi's creepy stuffed animal, Mr. Button. Wait, did Kasumi originally make Mr. Button for Tsumika? She could have gotten the idea from me or from Tsumika, and knowing Kasumi's artistic prowess, it was bound to end up looking nothing like the original. If she made that thing using an image she got from me, then it's back to square one. But if she got it from Tsumika and made it specifically for her, then that means Tsumika must have liked rabbits in this world too. Even if all Kasumi got from her were bits and pieces of memories, she'd have a ton of memories about rabbits if they were one of her favorite animals. This could be a huge lead. As soon as training gets out, I'm going to have to ask Kasumi. The only problem with this plan is how the hell would I even get a rabbit keychain or anything like that? Maybe I could ask Yuko-sensei to find one for me. I know Chief Yoroi loves buying souvenirs on his trips overseas, and I could see some place like America still having a pretty decent toy industry. Alright. I wouldn't say decent, it's pretty sizable. First order of business, talk to Kasumi after simulator training. You know, I actually wonder if Chief Yoroi is even still alive. He just vanished without a trace after the crew incident. He always did things his own way, and didn't hesitate to resort to shady tactics, and yet, for some reason, I can't bring myself to condemn him for it. And I do hope he's alive for Mikoto's sake especially. Alright, I gotta get going. I went through hypnotherapy, so it should be fine, but I'm still pretty nervous to be back in the cockpit. If I lose it again, I might get forced out of this unit altogether. And if that happened, I wouldn't be able to protect Tsumika. What the hell am I thinking? I came back to this world for a reason, didn't I? I'm gonna be just fine, damn it.
戦術機が何を主眼に置いて開発されたかは知っているな、榊。
戦術機は市街地や山岳部、特に背部内における三次元的な戦闘を主眼に開発されました。
そうだ、我ら戦術機乗りに課せられている最終的任務は背部内への突入とその制圧にある。今日からの実習は通常の作戦領域に比べ有機的連携の必要度が高い背部内での戦闘に備えるためのものだ。本日の協定科目における主な目的は、第一に部隊の各人が互いの癖を事前に知ること、第二に新人どもが後日搬入される実戦機の機体特性に慣れること、第三に通常行われている突入作戦の実態を新人どもが知ること、以上の3点である。我が部隊に課せられる最終任務では複数回以上の背部突入が要求されることになる。 A01 部隊に属する我々がこのご時世にあって目が飛び出るような贅沢や自由を許されていることを忘れるな。背部を一つ潰したぐらいでいちいち死なれては割に合わないぞ。この地球に存在する背部を全て叩き潰すまでは血へどを吐きながらでも働いてもらう。覚悟しろ。
はい。
Ma'am.
はい。シミュレーター前期起動完了しました。
よし、暴力03を準備しろ。
了解。暴力03を準備します。
鈴宮の準備が終わったら全員登場して実習開始だ。何か質問は？
Captain, are we all doing this at the same time? In the previous timeline, we could only use 2 of them at a time.
そうか。貴様は特殊任務を継続中で正規配属後のシミュレーター実習自体が初めてだったな。
Correct.
兵士1人につき教官をはじめとする3名の補佐が必要なのは訓練協定までの話だ。実戦部隊のシミュレーター実習は手取り足取り丁寧に指導することが目的ではない。教材は実戦を想定したオートプログラムで原則部隊行動、つまり1人死んでも協定は先に進む。
Gotcha. Then it's totally different from what I'm used to.
我々は実戦部隊だ。しかも困難な任務を課せられる特殊任務部隊だ。 っての通り、ベータとの戦いでは各兵士に高度な判断力と臨機応変な対応能力が求められる。
Right.
それを可能にするにはまず部隊の兵士全員がお互いに癖や傾向などを把握しておかなければならない。そのためには全部隊揃って訓練をする必要がある。特殊任務中の貴様であってもこの実習に参加する時間が割かれている大きな理由はただ一つ。一度も背部内戦闘を想定した訓練に参加していない者が部隊内に存在することこそが我々の安全を脅かすからだ。
Makes sense. Tuning the 00 unit may be my top priority, but it's still going to be A01's job to back her up. I'm guessing we're going to have to accompany Tamika during her practical assessment. I shouldn't be wasting my time thinking about Christmas presents, because that means they're probably going to grade us on our performance too. If I can't work well with my teammates, we're going to be in deep shit. I was wondering why they pulled me away from tuning her for this, given our tight schedule, but now I know. Yuko-sensei told me that since I'm the one with the most intel, I'm going to have to be the one to make snap decisions and keep Tamika safe. But determination can't compensate for inexperience. No matter how strong my convictions are, or even how great my piloting skills are, there are some fights you just can't win alone. I've learned that the hard way.
敵を知り、己を知らば百戦危うからず。今から約2500年前、中国の春秋時代の兵法家、孫武が記したとされる孫子の兵法にある言葉だ。
2,500 years ago. Damn, that's pretty ancient.
だからといってバカにしたものではない。人間相手の戦争を前提に考えられた兵法の中で、ベータとの戦いにも通用する貴重な例だぞ。
Yeah, for sure.
ベータを知る前にまず人類の力を、そして自分の命を預ける戦友と己自身を知るところから始めるんだ。いいな。
Yes, ma'am.
はい準備完了しました。
よし、いつでも始められるようにしておけ。
了解。
さて、今回の実習、理想を言えば背部内環境を再現した演習場で実機訓練を行うべきだが、そんなものはこの地球上に存在しない。
Makes sense. While the Yokohama hive's still technically functional, they're pretty much gutted all insides to make this base.
この実習で使われる教材は実際の突入作戦によって得られたデータをもとに作成されている。
So just be like the real thing. Well, duh. There'd be no point to it if it wasn't.
この教材を我々は敬意を込めて暴力データと呼んでいる。それはなぜか。
Bulk data.
このデータが23年前の東ヨーロッパ大反攻作戦の際、人類史上初めてベータハイブに突入した戦闘部隊によって収集されたからだ。東ヨーロッパの大反攻パレオロゴス作戦でワルシャー条約軍と NATO 連合軍が約2ヶ月の激戦の後、最大の目的であるミンスクハイブに到達した。全ヨーロッパ連合軍を陽動にハイブ突入に成功したのがソビエト陸軍第43戦術機構師団ボールク連隊だった。
I see. So Volk was the name of the regiment.
当時の突入部隊の編成は F4 装備の27個小隊に加え、戦闘車両240両、機械化歩兵500名、歩兵1800名、工兵2300名。
Wait, foot soldiers? Or were the tanks not enough? They sent infantry soldiers down into the hive?
生還できたのは記録を持ち帰った兵士14名のみ。
Of course, it was just surface pilots. You don't stand a chance of surviving a hive infiltration outside of a TSF, and even then, the odds are stacked against you.
F4 のエレメントが30分ごとに最新データを持って背部を脱出する手はずだった。
So 2 TSFs left every hour, and there are only 14 survivors. That means they only lasted 3.5 hours?
彼らは現在の我々よりもはるかに劣る装備と機体でスタブの貴重なデータを持ち帰るという 全人類に貢献する大偉業を成したんだ。
And they didn't have any sort of self-destruct equipment back then either.
これらソビエト軍軍人によって示された勇気を我々は忘れてはならない。勇気は一特定国民の所有物でも伝統でもないのだからな。
Yeah, and I'm sure the European forces in charge of the diversions had a ton of casualties too.
現在貴様たちが実際に背部に突入することなくシミュレーターで訓練できるのはボールク連隊将兵の英雄的挺身の結果なんだ。協定が進めばいずれ横浜背部攻略時の教材にも触れるだろう。だがそれも彼らの自己犠牲なくして成功し得なかったんだ。我々英士はボールクの名を決して忘れてはならない。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊の名を貴様たちの心に刻め。
はい。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊への感謝と敬意を忘れるな。
はい。
Ma'am.
栄誉あるボールク連隊の勇気を忘れるな。
はい。
Ma'am.
よし、全員登場。
了解。
Roger.
鈴宮、背部の内部構造略図を表示しろ。
了解。
ボールクデータには中階層までのデータしか存在しなかったので、それ以下の階層については横浜背部の構造を参照している。本実習の作戦目的は背部最深部にある反応炉を可及的速やかに破壊することだ。ミンスクと横浜での背部内におけるベータ出現率の統計と傾向段数及び平坦の限界を考慮すれば、戦闘継続限界はおよそ90分。出現するベータをいちいち相手にしていたらあっという間に丸腰になるぞ。
Old equipment or no, all those troops at the Minx Hive only lasted 3.5 hours. Only 14 people made it out alive. And you expect us to make it to the reactor and destroy it in less than half that time? In that case, the captain's right. It's all gonna come down to quick thinking and on-the-spot decision-making as to which targets to destroy and which to evade. And in that context, the X-73 should be a really powerful asset. Guess Sensei wasn't just going along with my idea on a whim after all.
最深部に到達した際は各機に装備されている S11 を持って反応炉を破壊せよ。
We're supposed to use our self-destruct devices on it. What if the beta corner you on the way out? Are we just supposed to take solace in the knowledge that they'll get caught in the blast too? I mean, I know that survival is not the top priority during infiltration missions, but we're supposed to capture several hives in a row, well...
さっきも言ったが簡単に死ぬことは許さん。だが唯一貴様たちが死ぬことを許される場所がここだ。
Oh,
よ
great,
く
yeah.
覚えておけ。
No pressure. Got you.
一番奥だし静かでいいわね。ゆっくり眠れそう。どの背部も入り口あたりはとっくに満員でしょうからね。
True enough, most infiltration efforts never go too far past the entrance. And I'm guessing that after the Minx operation, the beta probably will work their defense strategies. Maybe we really couldn't have taken the Yokohama hive without the G-bomb.
早瀬、そういう軽口は中階層を突破してからにするんだな。
あ、じゃあ。
So even the Valkyries haven't made it past the middle strata, huh?
今回の実習から XM3 搭載機の起動が再現可能となっている。前の結果を下回ったら基礎訓練から鍛え直してやるから覚悟しろよ。
了解。
Captain, how much better is our equipment compared to what they had at Minsk?
一概に比較はできないが、スペック上であればボールク連隊の戦力を我が中隊は軽く上回っている。例えば F4 の性能も最新のブロック214型1機で当時の2個小隊と互角に戦えるはずだ。OS を XM3 に換装したタイプであればそれ以上の結果になるだろう。ただしそれは数値上の比較に過ぎない。兵士の連度が低ければ宝の持ち腐れになることは先日の惨状を見ても明らかだ。
She's right. Specs aren't always the deciding factor. The fact that Captain Saigiri was able to take out a freaking raptor with just a Shiranui is proof of that. Not that the Shiranui had bad specs per se, but that F-22 was a total beast in comparison. And I'm sure Major Vulcan must have been a pretty accomplished pilot himself. The fact that Captain Saigiri managed to beat the Major despite that disadvantage speaks volumes about his skill as a surface pilot. He definitely knew how to get 110% out of his Shiranui, that's for sure.
補足になるが、今回は地上における陽動と支援は 100% 機能している前提で行う。当然今後、条件はシビアになっていくから、そのつもりでな。
Understood.
また、今回は各人の能力を見るために、詳細なプランは事前に指示しない。各自、与えられる情報と全ての状況から判断し、臨機応変にやれ。
了解。
部隊編成を確認する。ストームヴァンガードは B 小隊、早瀬以下、白金、三剣、綾峰。
了解。
Understood.
ライトウィングは A 小隊、私と榊、玉瀬、鎧。
了解。
レフトウィングは C 小隊、宗像以下、風間、鈴宮、柏木。
了解。
戦域管制は鈴宮注意。コールはバルキリーマム。
バルキリーマムより中隊各機、作戦開始まで360秒。兵装及び機体のチェックを開始せよ。
今回は標準的な突入戦兵装が選択されている。兵装チェックで各自与えられたポジションを再認識しろ。
了解。
Let's see here. I've got a Type 87 assault cannon on the right and a Type 92 shield on the left. 4 extra clips of 36mm ammo and 2 for the 120mm. We've got 2 melee blades plus 2 knives for CQC. Yep, pretty standard equipment for a Storm Vanguard. Lieutenant Hayase, Maya, Ayamine, and me. It's plain as day what the captain's expecting from B-Flight. Suzumiya would kill to be in my shoes right now, I bet. Let's see. The wing flights have 1 TSF with a Type 92 guided missile launcher, 1 with the 4 assault cannons, another equipped with support assault cannons. The leaders are equipped similarly to us in that Vanguard.
現在の小隊編成はあくまでデータのみを参考に決めた暫定的なものだ。今回の実習中にも何度か入れ替えて適性を見ていく。だが部隊の全員が全てのポジションを水準以上にこなせることが最終目標であることに変わりはない。その辺をよく肝に銘じておけ。
了解。
Understood.
白金は三剣と組め。基本は他部隊との連携だが、後方部隊の支援ばかり当てにするな。常に自分たちだけで切り開いていくことを念頭に行動しろ。
Understood.
いいか、後方に位置する機体が前に出た機体を常にバックアップするんだ。
Yes.
綾峰は私と組め。了解。バルキリーマムよりバルキリー1、作戦開始5秒前。
バルキリー1了解。全機起動。敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。
B 小隊は進路を切り開く。隊形はアローヘッド1。ベータと接触しても3回するなよ。立ち止まるな。常に動き続けるんだ。了解。
Copy that. Damn it, why am I so on edge right now? It's not like I can actually die in here. Maybe it's just because I haven't piloted it for a while. Maybe. No, if I was that badly traumatized by it, I wouldn't even be sitting here right now. I'm as cool as a cucumber. I even forced myself to undergo hypnotherapy again. No way this is gonna get to me.
バルキリーマムより中隊各機、大隊規模のベータ軍接近中。1時の方向、距離4500。
They're coming.
バルキリー8、バンデットドリフトから顔を出すタイミングで戦闘のデカブツを狙え。無駄弾を使うなよ。
Man, I'm so tense. But hey, at least this would be a good way to confront my fears.
バルキリー8、了解。
I won't back down now.
バルキリーマムより中隊各機、中隊規模のベータ軍接近中。10時の方向、距離2000。
バルキリー1より前期に次ぐ。H48 のシャフトから B7 のホールに抜ける。ミサイル攻撃を合図にブーストジャンプ。以降兵器使用自由。
Copy that.
B 小隊続け。ストームヴァンガードの名を汚すんじゃないわよ。了解。
Copy that.
バルキリー3よりブラストガード前期攻撃開始。バルキリー8フォックス1。
Whew. After everything that's happened, I was a little worried I'd have a hard time getting in the cockpit again, but I'm glad to see that wasn't an issue. And it looks like my beta-related trauma is under control for now. My first experience with hypnotherapy left a horrible taste in my mouth, but it was definitely the right move to do it again. And I don't think I ever would have had the nerve to go through with it if the captain hadn't forced me to. I'm glad you brought it up. Man, this world sure has developed a lot of sneaky tactics to compel people to fight, though I suppose that's to be expected. Now then, time to go ask Kasumi about that rabbit. I'm assuming she got the image from my memories, but on the off chance she read it from Sumika's mind, it would be the perfect gift idea. Well, well, look at you two getting along.
小指は下を通してください。あ、絡まりました。
Kasumi.
ごめんなさい。だけど、これしか知らないから、もう一度、最初からやりましょう。
Sensei said Kasumi thinks of Sumika as an alter ego, but if you ask me, I'd say it's more like they're two halves of what used to be a single person. Kasumi has no real memories of her own, unless you count all the negative ones from her time as a test subject in a laboratory. Maybe the reason she's trying to teach Sumika Cat's Cradle is because it's the only happy memory she has to work from.
ここをこうして。はい、そうです。そしたら親指を通して。
Is she reacting to something?
そこは違う。え？
Huh? Hey, sweet, this is new. She never reacted to Kasumi before. This has to be a good sign. I mean, since when has she ever shown any interest in Cat's Cradle?
中指が先に。
Here you go, Sumika. That's it. You're doing great, Sumika. Sumika? What's wrong? You put your middle finger through the hole and then what?
もういい。
She's responding to me. And she's not even freaking out. This is great. No more what, Sumika? Sumika?
訓練もっと
Sorry, what about training?
訓練もっとする。
Is she talking about the surface pilot training that Sensei's having her go through? This could be a touchy subject though, since it indirectly relates to the beta. I really don't want to risk another panic attack, but I can't pass up this opportunity. Oh, come on, Sumika. Cat's Cradle's way more fun than boring old training.
あいつらを殺す訓練、その方がいい。
Now, Tsumika, your training's on a set schedule, so you just have to be patient.
これで倒せる。
No, this is just a game. It's not designed to kill anything. It's just for fun.
いらない。殺す方がいい。
I mean, at least this time she's actually responding to almost every question thus far. What are you talking about? Playing around is way better than killing things.
殺したい。殺したい。訓練したい。
Tamika. What the hell, dude?
全部殺す。殺すよ。皆殺し。
She's responding to me, but it's all the same shit.
殺す。今すぐ皆殺し。殺す方がいい。
Stop it, Tamika.
遊び嫌だ。皆殺しにする。殺すんだ。
The beta really did a number on her, though. Tamika!
急いだらダメです。
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got carried away. I know we can't rush this, really, I do. But I just can't stand to see her this way.
殺したい。すぐ殺したいよ。タケルちゃん、奪った。殺したい。
That's probably how the original Takeru of this world died. No, look, I'm right here, see? Come on, Tamika, please don't do this. Nah, damn it, not another panic attack. I'm sorry, Sumika. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be okay. Just calm down. Everything's gonna be just fine. See? No one's gonna hurt you. Not while I'm around.
怖い。じゃん。
It's gonna be alright. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm right here beside you. I won't let anything scary happen to you ever again.
タケルちゃん。
Huh? Wait, is she actually talking to me?
どうしていなくなっちゃったの？
What do you mean, Sumika? I'm right here.
どうしてどうしてどうしてどうしてだよ！
Sumika! 'Sumika! Is there really nothing I can do for you? Do I just have to hold you like this until it subsides? Is that the only way I can help? Please, Sumika, tell me!
めちゃくちゃにしないで！お願い！しないで！
I won't! Nobody's gonna hurt you!
しないで！お願い！もうやめて！壊さないで！もう許してよ！
Sumika, please, I'm begging you!
壊さない。私を壊さないでよ。私を壊すな。
Step out of it, Sumika!
触るな、触るな、触るな、触るな。
What am I supposed to do?
離してよ。
Tamika, please come back to us.
話してよ。お願いだよ。お願いだから。お願いします。だからもうやめて。
Tamika.
いや。
When I saw her start reacting to you, I got my hopes up. Figured it might be a good opportunity to make some progress.
急いじゃダメです。
I know, but still. It makes me wonder. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. I can't help but feel like I'm the main reason she keeps losing it. The more I talk to her, the worse those panic attacks get. Damn it.
信じてください。
Yeah, I won't.
はい。
Thanks. Still though, after how violently she reacted today, I have to wonder if it's a good idea to give her a Christmas present at all. I mean, if she connects something as harmless as Cat's Cradle to the beta, why would a Christmas present be any different?
喜びますよ。きっと。
You think?
スミカさん、喜びます。
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask Kasumi about Mr. Bun. I totally spaced.
ウサさんですか？
Oh, right. So, Did you get him as a present from someone, or?
いいえ、私がスミカさんのために作りました。
Oh yeah? I had a feeling you might have. But then, why did you keep it for yourself?
それは私が下手だから。
What do you mean?
何度やっても元のイメージには似なくて、